This is Lawrence Jones to discuss with you the announcement of class and component numbers that just came out from USDA. These are the Northeast numbers, but the component numbers are pretty much true for most of the country except for the Southeast that's not on component pricing. So let's remind ourselves that the top part of this screen was actually announced in the advanced prices. So what came out today were the actual components. Butter is at $2.32, proteins at $3.91, and other solids are at around 11 cents. If we put this into our bigger picture of how things are being released, we're working on November prices, and so we got the center section today. These are the commodity prices that led to these component prices, and around the 12th of the month we'll get the PPD and the standard uniform price. What's interesting is to compare these numbers to what we had in the video last week. And so if we look at these, things change a little bit. This was the last week estimates that we'd made, and so butter dropped about a penny, protein came up about 4 cents, class 3 came up 10 cents, and class 4 went down 3 cents. And if you look at the actual commodities, it didn't take very much of a change to actually change that class 3 price up 10 cents, and that's because basically cheese went from $2.16.5 to $2.17.2. So again, very little changes in these commodities actually will impact the component prices by a fair amount. With this, I am going to revise the PPD to minus $1.10. Again, I think one of the things we keep pounding on in this video is if class 3 goes up 10 cents, then PPD's got to come down 10 cents. And the statistical uniform price is going to hold right in there, that 1937, 1938 range. I do plan to post a PDF file of my most recent forecast, and this is a picture of it. Again, these butterfat is 232, proteins 391. I'm projecting in this the PPD to be $1.08 and the statistical uniform price to be 1938, and you'll be able to see what I go through for the next 11 or 12 months and what the averages of these are. But I thought it would be probably a little bit easier to put this into perspective is to actually show you how the butterfat price, where it is today, and how it has looked for the last 4 years. And so this is where butterfat has kind of bounced around. We've had a low of just over $2 and a high of $3. And today what was announced at 232. And what's going to happen over the next few months is it's just going to slowly flatten out and then come up to that 250 range. So butterfat for the next year is going to trade between 230 and 250. But if we look at protein, probably about 2 videos ago or 3 videos ago, I kept telling you that this protein is going to be very much a blip, and I think this really does show it. Protein has been coming up. We're probably at our high point right now. So this is history. This is the future. We're going to drop down and we're going to kind of settle in at that 260 range. If we go back to the forecast for the first 10 months, we're expecting protein to be 273, and that's being driven largely by this very high front part of this, but going to settle in that 260 range. So if you're putting together feeding programs, I would plan on between a 260 and 270 average price for protein. Trying to change feeding programs to take advantage of this very high $3.92 is probably entirely too late at this point. The milk price and pricing videos will be released through a website called the CWT Group. And if you are not registered for that, if you type into your address bar thecwtgroup.com. You'll come to this screen and you can click on register here, which will allow you to create your own username and password. So let me get logged on and then we'll look at this a little bit further. Okay, I am now logged on, and I'm actually logged on as an administrator, so I see a bit more information than you normally would see. But the CWT group represents about 200 consultants, general industry people, and now dairy farmers, and they all have their own special areas that they can put information and share information within their own group. Also, everybody should have access to what we call the sponsors, and these are companies that have helped develop CWT and provide information about their company. And it's not all marketing, it's also some good industry information. What you will want to have access to is the private section, milk pricing, and then you can view post. And this will give you the information of the last few posts. For example, here's the video that was uploaded on the 30th of November. You go to that post. This is a hot link to the video. And then if you have any comments, you can see that this has been viewed 14 times now. If you have any comments, you can put a comment down here and post that so everybody can see it. Another area that you'll want to look at is under milk pricing is to view files. And this will allow you to go back and actually look at any of the MP4 files, or if we upload any forecast, these will all be in here as either an MP4 file or a PDF file.